What is up, YouTube? Ruben here, and today I'm going to review this Dell Inspiron 6000. Now, this is another garage sale find. Along with that, I have a Dell Inspiron 3800 that I'll review in another week, since today is only going to be this computer right here. But you will see the Inspiron 3800 next time, or in the next video or something. But let's go ahead and get started. So these are one of these computers that had this design. For those of you who had a Dell Inspiron 1501 or an E1505 or something similar to this one, an Inspiron 6400, then yeah, you already know this is the same exact design as the one right here, the Dell Inspiron 6000. So let's get started. So on the front, we got the latch, the speakers, which are these grills right there, and the media buttons. Now, I'll get to that when we boot up the system. On the left, we got a PCM CIA slot. Right here we got headphone and microphone. We got the SD card reader, or yeah, it's an SD card reader. Does not support high capacity SD cards. Two USB 2.0 ports and a FireWire IEEE 1394 port. So mini FireWire 400. On the back we got Ethernet, we got modem, two USB 2.0 ports, so a total of 4. Right here, this is S-Video, VGA, uses a PA10 or 12, a DC in jack, and the vent for the CPU. On the right, we got another vent for the CPU, Kensington lock, and the optical drive, and that is it. Now, the optical drive does not work. I did try to test that with the Hiren's boot CD disk, and it wouldn't even boot. So yeah, the optical drive is total garbage. And on the top, we got the Dell logo, got the plastic, the plastic rim, and it's white. And right here we got the Inspiron designation, and also we got the 3 indicators: the power, hard drive, and battery indicators. Now the battery does hold a charge. We'll get to that at another time. Right here is that 15.4 inch screen. This is an LCD screen. And right here you got the big Dell logo. Let's get to the palm rest for most of that particular video. Right here we got the Inspiron 6000 logo, or designation. There's 5 indicators, since you already got the keyboard indicators, the Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Now, there is no Bluetooth on this one. There was an option for this one that had Bluetooth. Right here you got the power button. And right here we got the keyboard. We got these grills. These are for the, I believe this is for the keyboard. I know that's for CPU. So I'm thinking this might be for something else. And right here we got the touchpad with the scroll. The scrolling area, which is nice. The scrolling marks will help you figure out how you're going to be scrolling these pages. And right here you got these clicky buttons. Let's go to the bottom, since there's something that I want to show you guys. So right here in the bottom, let me focus the camera. I have to turn on the light. Right here we got the RAM door, we got the bottom vent and the battery with the battery indicator, which is nice. Lots of Dell computers used it back then. Let me turn off that light so I can see it. There you go. Let it turn off. Alright. And right here is a Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005 key, which you can have it because I don't need it. So let's go ahead and flip the computer and tell you the specs. So this one has a 1.6 GHz Intel Pentium M. This one has the this one has 1 GB of RAM, since it is DDR2 and it supports up to 4 GB. It also has an 80 GB hard drive, and it's running Windows 7 Ultimate 32-bit. Let's go and turn off the light. Now, let's go ahead and open up the laptop real quick. Now, the one interesting thing about these the scrolling zones, they're actually really nice. Despite that, this is a Media Center laptop, and as such, this is a Media Center laptop, since they originally came with Windows XP Media Center Edition 2005. And that was actually a cheaper version of Windows XP Professional. So, it was Windows XP Professional, but was renamed to Media Center Edition and added Media Center on this. So yeah. So let's go ahead and pause the video. Let me go ahead and plug it in. I know the battery in this thing does work, so let's go ahead and pause it and I'll be back. Okay, so we got the charger plugged in. That's the charger that I use for the Dell Chromebook, which is that computer. If you want to see the video, I'll go ahead and put the link in the video description if you want to know about this Dell Chromebook. So let's go ahead and power it on. And I'm not going to say the UXW Bill way. So let's turn it on. I'm not going to go to the BIOS because you already seen that BIOS, and that's the same BIOS as the Dell Latitude D610 or the Dell Latitude D520, which both of that will be linked in the video description. And as you can see, it's running Windows 7. Now, the reason why it's running Windows 7 is because since they found a way to actually install the driver properly on the... They actually found a way to actually install the Intel 915 graphics. Of course, I'm having like the user crap, but it says Windows 7 Ultimate. Can log on, and the speakers on there are so garbage. If you're gonna use this personally, you have to use headphones like this one right here, the Caliphone headphones. As you can see, we're booting up into Windows 7. Yeah, and the speakers are garbage. So if you were able to get this to work, you actually have to have headphones. So let's go ahead and not bore you guys through the Windows Experience Index. So you know what? Let's do Windows Experience Index. Why not? Since it has a 1.0. I'm not gonna show you guys system properties because you know, I got this at a garage sale. Now I'm gonna tell you what I did at the garage sale when I end this. As you can see, we have a 1.0, but it's gonna refresh. But Ain't gonna happen. So for the processor is a 1.2, RAM is a 3.8, graphics is a 1.0, gaming is 1.0. Now, gaming graphics. Now this is not designed to run some heavier games, but it was able to play Solitaire and Minesweeper. I tested both of these two and they actually work. And I was also able to play back the Wildlife in HD video, and for VLC it ran worse, but in Media Player, Windows Media Player, of course, it did play, but it showed artifacts. So it showed artifacts of the play button, which is usually on the bottom, and all the controls on the bottom of Media Player. So yeah, this is not a great system after all for Windows 7, well, XP based PC. And a 3.8 for the hard drive, which of course we're running off of an IDE hard drive and not a SATA hard drive. We'll get to that at the end of the video. So far this computer is nice. So let's go and just close out the Windows Experience Index. I'm going to show you guys a couple of programs like Firefox and VLC and also Adobe Reader XI. Now, now, this is something interesting I'm going to talk about. Now, as I was going to the programs and features, I noticed that it said Firefox 39. Well, this is totally not true. If I go here, and of course that's AdBlock Plus, just to make websites faster, which of course I don't recommend you do that. As you can see, we're actually running Firefox 40.0.3. So yeah, I use Firefox for some reason. So yeah, but I mostly use Chrome. Next is VLC. Of course, it's running 2.1.3. The latest version is actually 3.0.8. Should help it in about. As you can see, we're running 2.1.3 Rincewind. Sorry, I can't even pronounce that, but you'll get the idea. And now Adobe Reader XI, which of course I have a couple of these on there on any computer that I have running Windows XP or 7. As you can see, we're running Adobe Reader XI, so yeah, you get the idea. That's all the three programs I'm going to show you now. It's the graphics. Of course, I can't even end videos without the graphics. So let me go to screen resolution and advanced settings. Now, this is what I'm going to talk about. Now, dedicated system and shared video RAM are not even showing, but it is 96 megabytes as is. So yeah, if you were going to be using that for Windows 7, you're probably never going to have luck with that graphics chip. So I would recommend you put Windows XP for Intel 915 graphics, or even a 910 graphics, if you were lucky enough. So yeah, all positive. You can pause the video if you like, if you want to read all this information, but we're going to go ahead and close it. Now let's go to the hard drive. As you can see, it is a 80 gig hard drive, 74.4 gigabytes. And let's go to WinVer. Let me type in WinVer. And as you can see, we are running Windows 7 Ultimate RTM So yeah, this is not Service Pack 1, so there's no Service Pack. This is a fresh Windows 7 installation. And this is, you guessed it, the release to manufacturing version of Windows 7. So, yeah. Alright, I think that's enough for this computer, so let's go ahead and make it in conclusion. Well, before I do, let me go ahead and turn it off. I want to show you guys the hard drive that is in that thing. And of course, again, speakers are crap, which of course, they're total garbage, and that's why I hear like that, something that you don't even usually hear. So, yeah. Alright, I turned the laptop off. Now, I can show you guys the hard drive, but I would recommend you take the battery off first. But, the slider is not even going, so, yeah. I'm gonna have to force it with a screwdriver or something, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the hard drive. There's no screws on that, so I can go ahead and take the hard drive out easily. There were a couple of laptops like this that did not have screws, just to make it toolless. Right here is a crappy Hitachi Travel Star, and apologize if I say anything like that, but this is one of the worst HP, no, not HP, Hitachi Travel Star hard drives. It's 4200 RPM. I have the same exact Travel Star on the Sony Vaio that I have. If you want to watch that video, I'll put that link in the video description. That one has the same RPM as my Vaio, but it's a 60 gigabyte. This one's an 80 gig hard drive, so yeah. And it's IDE, if you saw that already. I haven't tested the media buttons, but again, I'll test it. I did test it and they work, but the mute button does not even work. I did use a mute button on the keyboard and it works. Alright, let's get to the conclusion. So in conclusion, is it worth it? If you're gonna use the system right now, there's a probably some of yes, but you want to remember these are prone to having motherboard failures. So yeah, I will say no if you're gonna have to go ahead and just switch it to another laptop when a motherboard fails, because these systems, the Inspiron 6000s, this is one of those laptops that can cause fires, and these are one of those laptops from 2004 through 2006, and these were another set of laptops to have issues. So yeah, if you want to watch that Austin Evans video about the worst laptops, I'll put the link in the video description if you want to see that. So yeah, I would say probably not if you want to stay away from motherboard failures. At least it was taking good care of it. Now they already wanted $5 a piece for these two at the yard sale, the garage sale, but I bargained it down, and she was good. She was nice enough to say, "Just take it. It's free." So I did. So yeah, you can do that too, but again, just try to go down to the lower price that you can offer. And I know I'm saying rants about yard sales, but yeah. And also, this thing looks very awesome. Despite that, the plastic, well, it's not even plastic at all, but yeah. And magnesium are actually very nice. I think this is made of rubber. It is rubber. Can't even believe it. to feel this way, but yeah. And also, you can actually run Windows 7, but as long as you have the graphics driver properly installed, because because the Intel 915 doesn't even support Windows 7 drivers, so after you like the standard VGA graphics, you actually have to go ahead and just see worse performance on that. On videos, you could play music still, but videos, no. Not even good enough, but you could try to play like 240p videos, which will work fine. Alright, that's the end of the review, so thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button, also the bell icon when I upload new videos. Also follow me on Twitter at RivenUpAdesio17 or Instagram at RivenUpTransitFan. Now, I need to get ready for many events in October and also a couple events in September, which one of them being Labor Day, Rose Bowl, and all that. So yeah, I need to go ahead and end the video. In the next one, you're going to see the Dell Inspiron 3800, and then after that, I will try to do the Dell Optiplex 755, because I need to still work on that Optiplex. So yeah, I need to go ahead and end the video. So this is the Dell Inspiron 6000 from the year 2005. So I'll see you next time.